Hello, 7K team. Whoa, holidays time. Hopefully, everybody is like this full. And we got more to come because Christmas week is around. Here we are. You know, today is Thanksgiving leftovers weekend, day and week, right? Because yeah, do you don't realize how blessed we are? We're in the land of abundance. I've traveled around the world to many countries in every continent except the Antarctica. The only place I haven't, only continent I haven't been to. Uh, and in most of the countries, but many of the countries in South America and Africa and even in the Asia Pacific area. I mean, very, very poor countries. And we don't know what poor is in America. Uh, Uh, I've seen it with my own eyes. Countries like Bangladesh, uh, even certain portions of the Philippines, which you would never think. Uh, but yeah, it is. Uh, and Pakistan, India, uh, places in China, mm, and Africa is just another whole world to me. Uh, but the reason I say this is that I just provided everyone information about what I call the great 2024 crash. Uh, we're on the prefaces of the beginning of the Great Depression, the second Great Depression in America. Now, we've had hard times before our first Great Depression in 1929 to 1938. But, we sprung out of that for those that don't really know that history for 2 years and then just kind of plummeted right back down in it again and really until the beginning of World War II. But what we're facing, not only in our country, but around the globe, is a global depression, economic depression. Hopefully, we don't end up in another global world war. Most of the time, things like that, uh, that's that's what results from it. Uh, but uh, let's not talk about that. Let's just pray that doesn't happen, and let's plan on what we can plan on, and what our friends, our neighbors, our relatives, our future friends, our people we care about the most, and we can prepare. And it doesn't cost much to prepare. And 7K is the way for everyone. I don't care what their income status is. 7K is the way for everyone because we have sound money. We have sound money, meaning sound dot money, the company, the max vault, the storage, the ability to buy gold and silver incrementally, meaning a person of any income status can afford gold and silver for the first time in the world and store it for free, fully 100% insured by the top rated insurance company in America. I mean, so how much better can that get? And so it's going to bring me to the real point of my training here today is let's kick off 2024 with energy like we've never put into building this business because we're a force for good. We're out to help people. We're to help those who do not know. But until you believe what I am telling you, until you absolutely believe it, in your heart, in your mind, you're not going to be successful in communicating that message. So the first person you must work on is yourself. Yeah, it is a mindset, and it is an attitude, and it is a belief. The things that I say that we all must do. So I'm going to actually give you a step-by-step work procedure to how to let's say reconstitute your team and add to your team, and then just let's all move forward with the concept of bringing a new person to your team every week, every 2 weeks, every month, but adding one by one. Adding one by one is all it takes. And that's what I want to share today. So that 2-part series that I provided you is your lead. You don't have to lead with 7K. You have to lead with information of our times. It's just pure fact. So sit down and watch that with as many people as you possibly can. It's better if you watch it with them. Just say, hey, look, I've been privy to some great inside information I did not have to pay for, but it's all factual data. We can find all the sources ourselves. It's information we need to know about our country, about our economy, about the world, and so we can be prepared. Information never hurt anyone, and especially when it's free. So let's just take a look. Now, you can also send it, since I did put it on YouTube, and I did that on purpose so that anyone could use it, anyone could link on it, and you could project it up to big screen TVs, and you can really just see everything real well instead of just always just looking at it on a smartphone. And so that's what you do. You share that with as many people as you can. Do 5 a day, do 10 a day, do 20 a day, do 30 a day. It's the old same sharing concept. It's the old piquing interest, but it's piquing interest for information they need to know that you have and they don't have. And then you say, hey, I found a solution. It's been working for me. It's working for thousands and thousands of other people. You just don't know about it. So I'm going to show you another quick little video, and you share the 7K Wealth Strategies video with them. And you just do what I've trained you all these times. You can share it personally, which is the number one best way, belly button to belly button, eyeball to eyeball, and you watch it together. I mean, it's a little less than 17 minutes. And then you just ask them, are you 1, 2, or 3? Right there at the end, you pause the screen when it's got all 3 of them up there after they go through the 1, 2, 3, and then they put it back up. You pause it right there. Are you 1, 2, 3? This is the solution. It can work for you like it's working for me. Okay. You can tell them before 7K, I didn't have gold. I didn't have silver. Now I'm accumulating. Then you can emphasize sound money, sound.money, our sound money wallet. That's where they can buy incremental gold. They get it at the same price as a person buying $1 million worth or buying, $10 worth. So you can't refute the facts that are here. And so it's just a matter of showing it and then learning how to follow up. Always just kind of once a week. If they don't join you once a week, send them something new. We got so many videos in our our 7K wealth system that you can share easily if you got them into contact. So yes, you must learn how to use your 7K wealth system. Okay. And if you're not very technically oriented, that's okay. get with your sponsor, get with your first upline leader that you're working with. You've got, between me and anyone in my group, there literally lots of coppers, bronzes, silvers, golds in between us. Okay. So you find that person that you're on their pay side, that they need extra volume to get extra pay. So they may be looking for you too. So, find them, seek them out, tell them your sincerity in wanting to build 7K and to stay in touch. So you make a weekly touch, a minimum of weekly touch with that person. That person should be making a weekly touch with you if they really want to work on their pay side. What is your pay side? That's the side that zeroes out every week when you get a paycheck. Okay, that's a pay side. The other side's that bank side, the one that's big, that's got all that residual income in it for you for the future. That's pretty powerful, people. And no, that's not pretty powerful. That is unbelievably powerful. So it's not a hard training to duplicate. And I'm going to leave this video with you and your future new people and your future reconstituted team. Now, what I say reconstituted, because this is going to be the work assignment for the holiday period. Okay. I want you to go use your Downline Explorer. And I want you to work first on all your own personally sponsored people. Okay. The ones that are active first. Because what? They're still active. They're still buying a coin. They still have some level of belief. And what do? You're going to do the same thing with all of them. So I'm going to just tell you, you're going to share that the great 2024 crash and 2024 inflation, part 1 and 2, I'll put together for you. I'm going to share that. Then you're going to share again the Wealth Strategies video, because they may not have seen the new one. They may not even know we have a lifetime legacy VIP membership where you don't have to renew. You have your business in perpetuity. Why not get a lifetime membership? Just bite the bullet, do it. Because that's what we want our new people to do too. Make the right decision. Okay. And then share with them what I'm about to share with each of you. And all of you that's been in my team, my group, have seen this over and over and over, but I notice it's really not getting duplicated like it should. And that's why I'm sharing this now again. If they've been a member, and they've been a member for 3, 4, 5 years, but they haven't done what is required here, if they hadn't put that 2 years of actual committed learning, just learning, you get to earn while you learn, but go over this one paragraph, well, a couple of paragraphs, 3, isn't it? But this should make common sense. Even to those of us that are retired, we need to do something when we're retired. We need to stay active. And anything in life, we've got to learn. So we've got to recognize that first. And no one knows how to do network marketing. It just doesn't come natural. But there is a right way to do it. There are right skills, attitudes, and technique that you must harness. They're simple. They're not difficult. And everyone can do it. It's just a matter how much time it takes. That's all. but you're accumulating wealth. So here's the key, but you're accumulating wealth, protecting what you've worked hard for all your life and building on that, preserving it, because you're not going to lose in gold and silver. It retains its value, purchasing value, and that's what counts. So we got to get this understanding right here, number one. And you've got to find two people that will believe like you and make this same commitment right here. Simple job description. How many hours are you committed to do this with me for the next 2 years while we're just learning? Then after that, we'll apply those skills, attitudes, and techniques for 3 to 5 years and see where we're at after that. I mean, you're talking about a 5 to 8 year career possibility versus the 60-year career that most people are in a job just over broke. Can't ever get wealthy in a job. And so exposing this, and now I've given you one of the best tools ever to use as a peak interest, followed up by our wealth strategies video. So this doesn't take a lot of time. And if you actually spend more than an hour doing this, you're doing it wrong, and you're talking way too much. You must let the tools do the talking. You become the best question asker in the world. Yeah, asking questions is what does the close, not the sell. People don't like being sold to, but they like being shared with. They really do. Even if they say they don't, they really do. And so your job, where most of your time in that 2 years, and this is what people don't do. I only ask you to watch 5 days out of 7, one video a day of mine. Of course, you got to watch the company ones first. That's just part of the tool set. That's just part of the knowing what your products are, what your tools are, what it is. But no, my training videos, I've got more than enough for you to watch in 2 years. Watching one a day, 5 out of 7 days a week. You will, by osmosis, learn the skills, attitudes, and techniques you need because I teach them throughout most of all my trainings. A skill or a technique inside every training I give. So this is your job. Now you get to do it in the convenience of your own time, but this is what so many do not do. Remember, I said it's the simple things. Just like now you're here on a Saturday and even following a holiday, and you're here. You made time. See, those that make time want to succeed. That's a commitment. Remember, it's like making that commitment of 5 to 10 hours. Are you really committed like the hog is to our breakfast? Or are you just contributing like the chicken? Every once in a while, you give an egg or two, if you feel like it. Well, here's the big part that it's a simple thing to do. Most people do not do is take that spiral notebook. I tell everybody to get that deadgum spiral notebook. I think they cost $1 now, maybe $2 now. I mean, inflation's killing us, but get that spiral notebook, okay? And on every page, at the top of that page, is going to be a name, a telephone number, and an email address, and the city and state where they live. And if you got more information, you'll fill it out. That's that top 3 lines. That's all you ever put there. And the rest of that is going to be the contacts you made, what date you did it on, what you provided them, until they become a member. And then you can ear tag that page, kind of fold it in half, because they're a member, they're a team member now. But everyone's not ear tagged. Those are always follow-ups. And you want to complete this notebook until you have 500 pages. You will, over time, build that list from that initial 100 to your 500. And that's all you need. You'll constantly meet new people and add to it over time. I mean, we all do. You just make sure you make a habit of doing an income producing activity, an IPA. That's what that is. All of this, except this is learning, the video. But everything else is an income producing activity. Even this, attending a meeting or training once a week, it's better if you do a couple. Okay, well, you're pushing it at 10 hours or maybe a little bit more if you do more, but that's okay. If you got the time, why not put it on something productive that you can build and accumulate wealth? So the story I'm sharing with you is a story you've got to share with your partner until they are in agreement with you. You can use this video to do it with them. You can just pause at the right times and ask the question. Do you agree? Are you going to do this? What's your commitment level? And then, how do we build? Got a plan for you. And those with a business family pack, and I'm going to make sure everybody understands this, because husband and wife teams, and you got business family packs, don't you go building separate businesses. You build your top business only first, because it's difficult enough to build your business and get a big, huge group on your left, big, huge group on the right, because that's what you want, because you got infinity on each side. So anything that happens on those teams, you get credit for it. Didn't matter if you did it or someone else did it or whatever, gifts from above, gifts from below, it doesn't matter. You get credit for it in your counter. So that's the objective, is building team through duplication. And we got a plan for it, but make sure you are just building this top center until you get to at least goal before you ever think about building one of your leverage memberships. And they're leveraged because everything that develops on this team will go in that bank side if you're buying your coin every month. So you end up with tons in that bank side when you do start to work this center, this membership. And it's leverage, but you still have to build both sides. You still have to rank up both sides, but you earn money quick, fast, and easier, and you're experienced at it already. But if you're trying to build this one and this one and this one, you're trying to build 3 businesses at one time. Hey, that's very difficult. If I can't do it, I highly recommend you don't even try. And I don't build 3 at one time. We're just building 2 right now. Okay. So make sure we get that straight. And then this is all we're after. Getting our one on the left, one on the right, and then duplicating that effort. And if it took us 12 years to duplicate this, you would have 8,190 people on your left and right teams. And if they're equal, I mean, they'd have over 4,000 people on each side. And if they're just buying, if you only have 1,000 people, 1,000 people after 10 years buying a coin every month, out of those 4,000, if just 25% of them were buying that coin every month, that autosave. Now, our rates are better than that. But if just 25% of them are, and let's do easy math, that's 20 points. 1,000 times 20 points is 20,000 points a month coming up your counter on each side. Well, you got 4 weeks in a month, so that's 5,000 points. Well, you better beat a goal or you're not going to get that $5,000 check. Because if you're just a copper, you only get $1,000. But it gives you motivation to rank up and to help somebody else rank up, because if they rank up, you can rank up. So you're absolutely motivated to work in teams together, because together everyone achieves more. That's what teamwork is. TEAM. Together everyone achieves more. And throughout history, this has proven to be the way for people from every walk of life. No special skills, but they must learn the special skills, attitudes, and technique, the SATs of the business. And it doesn't matter if it's been Amway, Mary Kay, Herbalife, Tupperware, on and on and on. New Skin, Melaleuca. You can just name all the company, all the multi-level marketing companies of the history, and the new ones with binaries. That's the one people they pay out more than the old multi. It's the people at the top make all the money in multi-level marketing program. Ours, the people coming in 5 years from now can make more money than any of us, because we're capped out at 12,500 a week at every center. That means it's room for everybody. I mean, just think if we had 10,000 people right now as bronzes making $2,000 a week, that's a 6-figure income. Well, we're going to have that shortly in the next few years as we start more globally expanding now. And with the base is set, the foundation is set, everything is set. The company's financially set. You know it's debt-free, right? and one of the major forces in gold and silver in such a short period of time. Because why? It's changing the market, it's changing the industry. It's the 22nd century way of doing business now. Wow, we're part of that. So yeah, you got to get your attitude straight, and you got to work on it every day. And I give you a simple way to do that. And the most importantly is what I tell you at the very beginning. You got to have that belief. You got to believe in what we do, our profession, member direct marketing. No, I didn't say network marketing. I didn't say multi. I said member direct marketing, because that's what we are. We're member direct marketing company. You and I build the membership for the company. The company doesn't build a membership. You and I do. They provide us the platform and the tools that we can go out and build this network of members. And we help educate. They provide the base educational material. We provide the person to person, the relationship marketing. You and I are doing with our friends and relatives and new acquaintances that we bring in. So you got to believe in the business building system that I'm teaching you. And if you don't teach it, it can get duplicated. And it builds at the strength of the leader, especially when you're trying to remake the wheel, recreate something. Why recreate something when you have what is considered one of the industry leaders, especially when it comes to binary, that you're building and working with. Just duplicate it. But you've got to believe in you. Because see, if you don't believe in you, who else will? So it takes time to get these things. And then, how do we build? We build my 1, 2, 3 step system that I put together for you. And if you got a system and you got a technique, all you have to do is share it and then do it. You lead by example. I led by example. I'm still leading by example. Oh yeah, I do a lot of teaching. I do a lot of controlling, but I still have to build. I still have to rank up, and we're going to do that this year. I've been telling everybody, watch out for 2024 because Bob needs to work on himself and his wife a little bit more again, and that's what we're going to be doing. But I'm not going to neglect you. I'm not going to neglect the team. I'm going to still provide that training. I'm going to still provide that support. I'm going to still provide that help when needed. I'm still going to do those 3 ways. I don't care who it's with. Anybody in my group gets 3-way. And it all starts from you. Getting that partner on the left and the right. And then this just shows your counters that you get credit for everything here comes up to their counter and your counter. So it's just having the tools that are here, and all these tools are on the Band app. And this is what you call a perfect build, but none of us want to do this because you have people dropping out. You only want to help those that are helping themselves. Never give away fish to a person that's not willing to bait the hook and hold the pole. That means they got to be working with you. Now, we have charts to kind of help you understand it, but that's not how they're placed. But it helps you understand that, just to become a copper, really all you need is 4 people in your left team and 4 people in your right team. Hey, that sets you up to make $1,000 a week. Wouldn't these people want to become coppers? Well, if they become coppers, then you can become bronze. See, it's a stepping stone building concept. And the sooner we learn that, the sooner each and every one of you can reach silver. Because see, when they become bronzes, don't you think the other people want to become bronzes? And then that's how you make silvers. But you need to reach out to more people. And that's what this tells you. You not only have to have a bronze on your left and a bronze on your right. Well, you've got to personally sponsor 5 people on your right, 5 people on your left to become members. So see, you're reaching out. See, like I've got, to be a goal, I have to have 8 on my left and 8 on my right, but I actually have 10 and 11. So I'm positioning myself ready to make that next jump to be executive goal, which requires 10 and 10, and a goal on the left and a goal on the right, and a personal bronze on the left and a personal bronze. So it requires a gold and a bronze, personally sponsored. So, that's just people helping people develop leaders. Does it gets a little bit, more complicated, but shouldn't it if you're going to get $10,000 a week or $12,500 a week? Of course it should. So learning these simple things, and this is how we're going to build, except we're just going to change that $4.99 to the $5.99. This is the how you build 7K in momentum. The training is the same. We just put $5.99 lifetime membership there. This is $4.99 premium with a renewal every year. Oh, we just made it easier, better, simpler. And so we can take $600 and turn it into $4,000 in the next 4 to 8 weeks. But what if it took you a whole year? Who wouldn't want to take $600 and turn it into $4,000? It's a real simple process, especially when you've used the tools properly to pique interest, the great 2024 crash and the 2024 inflation, and then the wealth strategies video, the 2024 new 7K wealth strategies video, and ask the simple question and show the simple comp plan. So simple. I know it's kind of hard to believe. Many people say it's too good to be true, but it is true. That's the whole point. It is true. And then, of course, with my QR card system, now you can do the postcards, you can do the miniature card. But see, I'm just reviewing the most important tools that you've got to have. And everyone in my group can order these cards. High quality premium stock QR code cards that go to your splash page or go to a 7K wealth strategy video for you. You point it to where you want. Front and back, multicolor, premium stock, not thin, flimsy pieces of paper. $49.71 delivered for 1,000 cards. You can't touch that. I provide that. I don't make a penny on any of these. I just want my people to have the right tools, right, to help build a business, help communicate. And that's something you can pass out 1,000 of these cards every year. You should pass out at least 1,000 cards every year. Learn how to share and pass out cards. I've had people in my conversation with other people walk up to me and say, hey, can I have one of those cards too? And I wasn't even talking. They were just around. They heard a conversation between me and someone else. Well, learning how to do that, learning how to do the B2B that I teach. So people that are accustomed to working with businesses and calling on businesses, if you already have that capability and have those skills, then you'll learn how to use the business card where a person can promote their business card can be here and they're promoting two things at one time. That's pretty cool. So how do we do this? Now, I'm going to just tell you, everything I have here is in the Band app. So you don't need to call and ask me an email. Where can you send? Bob can't send this to 30,000 people. I wouldn't have the time. But I put it there that all of you have access to it on my team Band apps. Whichever team you're in, it's there. You just need to learn how to do it. And we're going to do, this is an all-in-one video for y'all, starting 2024, how we build. Okay, here's the memory joggers, one piece of paper, all you need when you do that 15 minutes of working on building your list, at least 2 to 3 times a week. Private, shut off phones, shut off TV, shut off radios. I mean, solitude, a piece of paper, this piece of paper, and you just start thinking about everyone you've met and grew up with in your entire life. And when a name comes down, write it down, because you will lose it. Okay? You got to write it down. You may not have any information about that name, but write it down, then a little note where that's your scratch piece of paper. You're going to have it. And then you're going to transfer that to your notebook on your to your list of 500. Once you get, and then you learn how to get the look up people, their telephone numbers, card addresses, things like that. So how are we going to build? I've already put the system for you. I've already trained on it. It's in the Band app. And there's the video. You just click on the link and you get to watch the 10 steps that you're going to have to go through. Okay. And so first is getting your team member, and you, if you're not already, on one of my teams on the Band. Get with your team that you're in, either the Dream Big team, the PMC team, the 7K Hawaii Ohana team, the Todd Father PSI team, Team Corona, and Go for Gold team, on and on and on. Okay, got several others. but everything in the band apps are the same. My material is the same. Now, that leader of that band app, if they're they may talk about something specific to that team, a particular meeting or particular training that they're doing or whatever. That's why it's kind of team specific. Okay, that's the only reason. So join the band app. Okay, if you're in my group. Okay, now what is your job? Yeah, your job is to watch that wealth strategy video. Make sure you understand. You may have to watch it 3, 4, 5 times. You may have to watch it more than that. I don't think anybody's watched it as many times as I have already, because I play it for other people. Okay, so I watch it at least 2 to 3 times a week on average. That same video over and over and over again. Sometimes I'll watch it much more than that. And so, you want to go to the notice section in the band app, and that's where all the trainings, you've got to complete all the trainings in the notice section. Until you've completed those, until you understand those, you're never going to have the belief level you need to build this business. So what I mean by you may have to watch that video several times. You may have to ask one of your upline leaders that you're working with a question or two, but don't just watch it and ask questions. Watch it over again until you give yourself a chance to try and understand it by putting that one-page compensation plan down in front of you when you're watching the compensation training videos. And all you have to do is replace the $5.99 with the $4.99. Everything else pretty much the same, except leadership points. Leadership points don't accumulate and carry over. They're 1 week and done now, and they don't call them leadership points anymore. And you get a new member bonus point, regardless of which membership they joined. So before it was just the premium $49. And I will redo and catch up, but I want to wait until everything is steady state and we've got all our changes to our videos the company does. Then I'll fine tune and get all my training redone to fit exactly everything. But it fits well enough, okay, with a couple of exceptions which we explained that I'm doing right now. Okay, so you want to watch, of course, you want to go through. I'm sorry. You want to get your own. I encourage people. We set it up. We made it very inexpensive. I encourage you to get your landing page, your splash page, your funnel. Okay, if you're serious about building this business, you're committed to it, then you need a funnel page. Okay, I don't make any money off of it. I don't make a penny. It's been designed so everybody can get everything at the lowest cost of tools that we believe you need to build with. Okay. And you don't have to get these. It just makes it easier, is all I'm saying. And so this is part of that 22nd century building system where we talk about the landing pages. I give you training. I tell you how to get your code set up. I give you places where you get all your free accounts. And then I want you to read and understand the Sound Money website. Then your people would do the same thing here. See, this is the whole key. And it's it's like a recipe. If you follow the recipe, success comes. If you try to bake a cake on your own memory of what the recipe was, you keep making flops. Well, it's the same here. Okay. Read and understand your account, stack and sell. You may not even have anything put in stack and sell yet. That's okay. But get your account, set up. When your first coin you get on your autosaver, you got something to put in your stack and sell. Okay. For a new person. But those of you that's been around for a while, you should have everything in your stack and sell. That's a real tool. That's a real testimony of you accumulating wealth. And then, of course, your 7K advantage, which so many people aren't taking advantage of. And we're going to emphasize that a lot more in 2024, believe me. because this right here is part of my system for success. Download and set up your 7K Wealth System app and understand how to use it. Now, I've got training videos on it. The company has training videos on it. And you've got so many people in your group already using it proficiently. And learn how to deal with support of the 7K Wealth System app. You do it through the app, okay? And then, of course, tell your sponsor and team leader what your weekly commitment is. See, I'm giving every one of you right now this same assignment. So if you haven't done all these things, do them. If you're ready you want to be part of our momentum build group of 2024, we're going to kick this off like bigger than we've never kicked this. It's like we just started 7K. It's a matter, do you want to be on our team? Do you want to be on the building team or not? Okay. And then I want you to make your hot list. Your 20 to 25. This is your hot list. It can be people that you've had in the business completely dropped out, because we can revive the dead here in this gold and silver binary, cumulative binary. And I know it. And it's worth spending time to do it. Okay. Now, of course, we'd like fresh new people that you've met over the last year or so. That's that hot list. That's the first one we're going to work with. And you're going to work in a team to do them with your sponsor or with your first upline leader, where you're on their pay side. They have a vested interest in both of you succeeding and that new person coming on board. So learn to do what I just said. And then we'll place people in holding tanks, and then we'll call back on other people following up, say, hey, look, I got XYZ. I'm going to place them under you if you join right now. Oh, yes, I built this business that way. Okay. And I keep building this business that way when I'm in a building mode. And so when you're working multiple prospects at one time, you have the ability to do that. But you've got to be working prospects for that to happen. Okay. And it builds momentum. So yes, this piece of paper is right there in your team band app. So since I'm talking about the band app, I've got to share and go to the next piece that's a must do in this business for us to succeed and to be here. And you go to your team band app. I don't care which one it is. Okay, I'm just going to go to this one, to Go for Goal, because it's one I have up. Okay, and on your phone, this will be at the very top of the screen, and then the rest of this will fall under. But that first little section is the notice section. That's where you click on that little 10 plus, or you touch it on your phone, and it gives you a list. See this list? That's a list. That's the very first videos that people need to watch. And I tell you that they need to watch the first 5 before they even talk to anybody. I don't want them talking to anybody. You don't want them talking to them. They may be all excited and hot and everything, but they will burn their contact because they don't have enough information. So we want to get them a little information first. We want to share in their excitement, but we want to do it as a team. Okay. So you got those very first 5 that they need to watch, which I lay out. But your job is to go through every one of these videos. That's your job. That first week, you should have been completed with every one of those videos in that notice section. Those of you that haven't been around, if you look at that video and you start watching that video and it's like new to you, you need to watch that all the way through again. Because see, you didn't learn it. You just got exposed to it. You didn't learn it. You need to learn. Learning is repetition. It's the old kind of army teaching. military teaching. You teach it, you tell them what you taught them, you tell them what you told them, you show them what you told them, and then you teach them again what you told them, and then they got all the answers to the test question already. And they passed the test. Repetition. Doing it over and over and over again until it's like osmosis. It's there. Okay. So after that, and you can click on, and this takes them through the website. I just save you all that time, and they watch that video and do the website. Okay. Then it kind of tells them where everything is, how to get it set up, that kind of stuff. Okay. So I know people have been asking for things like this, but we already have them. So now my next thing is to tell you, in the phone, there's a little file folder with a dot in it at the bottom of your phone in the Band app. In the computer, and you can go to computer by band.us, band.us, right there, band.us. Okay. And then you can log in with your phone number if you're already a member. Okay. You want to join on the phone. It's real easy through the app. And then you'll go to attachments, and all the things I've been sharing with you so far today, every bit of it's in your attachments in your Band app. You can download them, you can print them out. So you go to attachments, and you got to click view all to get the entire list. There it is. Even got them, even them titled for you. Everything right there, right on down the list. Everything you need to succeed. Everything your people need. It's a library of how to succeed and be successful with 7K. That's what I've provided for you. That's what I'll keep updated for you and your teams. Okay. So one other quick thing here as we go through it. Let me share my screen again. Is I want to go to that inflow growth where you can get your pages, your own landing page. And again, with the programmer we found and done, George Donaldson and I, you can get your own funnel, your own splash page for $144 a year. You can't get anybody to host a website. This is your website, your hosting, your domain, everything. Okay. And or you can get the 5 funnel ones where you can help build your team like I do, and it's $300 a year. Okay. So they don't really do the monthly and not set up, because that's charging credit cards and stuff. That just adds too much expense, kind of like, but it's a one-time cost, an annual cost. Okay, what do you get for that? Well, you get a splash page like this. Okay, this is what I have all the influencers do. They do the same thing. They just send people to it. Well, you marry your QR code here to this link, and it takes them there. And then, if they like what they see, they want more information, they put their name, email address, and phone number. It goes in the database, and you're able to follow up with them. So your cards, people are reluctant to give you their name, telephone numbers, and things like that, but your cards can create your funnel. Okay, that's why it's called a funnel. Okay, so just wanted to tell you about that. Then the next thing I want to go to is I want to make sure everybody's doing what you need to do. I used to teach, and I will teach again, and now we have the ability to do it. I used to teach that you buy a 1 ounce silver coin, either a maple leaf, an American eagle, or whatever, and have it combined with your autosaver and ship. But because silver gets turned over so quick, we couldn't put them in our autosavers. They by the time it came to ship the autosavers, they were already sold out of that inventory and they got something else there. And if you're not going in and checking and changing, you being able to miss getting that bullion shipped to you once a month, either an extra ounce or 5 ounces or whatever you could afford to buy, which I told you to do. Well, now we can do it through the incremental. So go make sure you go to your sound.money website. Make sure you understand it's a real simple thing, but it's available for everyone, okay, in your group. And you want your team, because of what they've seen in the information and knowledge they have for the great 2024 crash and 2024 inflation, they want to be protecting their assets. They want to be fully diversified. So why not buy whatever they can afford? $10 a week, $100 a week, $100 a month. It's what they can afford, but they need to make a consistent effort at doing. I call this your own private IRA, except the government has no control over it. Your employer has no control of it. You're 100% in control of it. And if you need to convert it to cash, you can, because you got your wallet. It's the Sound Money wallet. Okay. So accumulate gold and silver. Get everybody in your team buying some incremental gold and silver, whatever they want, and storing it for free. They can store up to $50,000 worth for free, fully 100% insured in the Vault Max Vault in Sound Money. Powerful. But we got to do what we teach. Well, I can't afford it. Well, quit going to the movie and buying all that expensive popcorn and drinks. Sacrifice something to protect your wealth. That's what we all need to do. And that's what we need to teach others what to do. Well, we are a force of good. I say it so many times. And it's because we are. That's exactly what we are. A force of good, helping people around the world. Protect their wealth, preserve their wealth, accumulate wealth, and earn an extra income to boot while we're helping people. It doesn't get any better than that. And I always kind of like to end this, encourage everybody to look at the income disclosure statement for sure. Because when you look at that simple comp plan, that very simple comp plan that we have, if I can just find it somewhere around here, that one pager. There it is. Just think about this. Earning an extra $250 a month or $500 a month, that's pretty powerful. But we could get it up to $500 a week. And if you can do that in less than 10 years, wouldn't that be powerful? Of course you can. I think everybody can do that. My personal feeling, if you follow my system and you do what I tell you and you actually do it, I don't think anyone can't get to that $500 a month. And if you get to $500 a month, you're going to start building $500 every 2 weeks, every week. But look, you can get to $1,000 a week with just 4 people on your left team and 4 people on your right team committed. That's pretty powerful. Now, you may have a whole bunch more, but I just said 4 committed people. Wow, to become a bronze, all you need is 11 committed people on each side. Just think how powerful that is. Just 11 committed people through my system. See, sometimes we can't see the forest for the trees. Numbers never lie. They always tell the truth. I didn't start this to make a ton of money, but I mean, between Pamela and I, making almost $10,000 a week, every week for the last couple of years, that's provided for a better legacy for our children's children now. I mean, we had a legacy to provide them, but now we have a much better legacy. And the store of gold and silver and modern collectibles that we get to pass on to our children's children, it's just, to me, a blessing beyond imagination. But the same thing is available for you and your family. And I hope all new people that see this in the years to come understand what I'm trying to share from my heart to your heart with you and those that are listening to me right now. I hope you see what I see. I hope you understand what I understand. But please read the income disclosure. And it just tells all the facts. This is the last year's. I've got the new one. I just don't have it up, but it's available. You can go to it. It's going to be at the link on this YouTube video because I'm put this on YouTube. But I always go back to what our 4 co-founders, why they started this company, the mission of this company, what your and my mission is. We created 7K because we genuinely want to improve the lives of people around the world. What a mission to join in. Don't you want to be a force of good? Don't you want to help us do this? We have watched way too many of our friends struggle as the economy fluctuates. Is the economy fluctuating? Do we anticipate greater fluctuations? Oh, look at the facts. Employment issues arise. Hey, there'll be huge unemployment in a Great Depression. Or unexpected changes come up in life, medical, job change, people change, all kind of things. Doesn't that happen? That's life. Life happens. Why not be prepared? Why not have a plan B? 7K, what we do provides the best plan B for people while they're accumulating wealth and preserving wealth simultaneously. Wow, how powerful is that? Using the power of gold and silver, we believe we can provide a way for people to create financial independence. That's what we're doing. If they're willing to learn, if they're willing to work, if they're willing to do, if they're willing to partner with you and me, we want them. We want to help them. We want them to achieve. We want them to succeed. We're willing to work harder than they work. That's an upside down business. That's what I love about the cumulative binary plan that we have, the referral plan. For people to create financial independence, preserve their wealth, and live an exceptional life. We started this company because we believe in you. And we are doing this because we believe in those that we're reaching out and touching to. And so it is with you. If it's to be, it's up to me. I will do what others won't so I can have tomorrow what others can't. Let's kick this. Let's end this year out getting prepared for the biggest growth session of 2024 that 7K's ever seen. And it's because of you and me. We're going to make it happen. And I look forward to joining you on that moment, that next tsunami wave that we're going to make in the gold and silver world of 7K. I appreciate and love each and every one of you. And I hope all the new people who are seeing this see what we see. Have a great, great day.